Okay, good afternoon everyone. I just want to welcome you first and foremost to our today's webinar on the beauty therapy courses on offer at Southwest College. Today I'm joined by my colleague Geraldine Patterson from Omagh College, and myself, I'm Deputy Head of School for Hair, Beauty, Barbering, Travel and Tourism, Hospitality and Catering. So today we have a chat facility. On the chat facility, please feel free to use this facility throughout the webinar. All questions are private. So if there are things that you want to ask specifically to someone, they will not be available for everybody to see. However, if it's a continuous question that's coming up, what we will do is make it public so that everybody gets that information. All right, so it's in the top right hand corner and feel free to use that throughout the webinar. Okay, so we're going to start, first of all, why Southwest College? Well, there's loads of reasons why you should come to Southwest College, and the first one is the teaching and learning. Certainly from our point of view, we are currently in an outstanding grade 1 grading for our department. The other thing that we do very well is we work with local employers and industries within beauty therapy to ensure that our students are placed correctly and they get the best experience. As well as that, you're meeting different types of people, and the area of FE is very much for the independent learner, for that person who wants to just move on and develop more independence in their career. So that's one major high point of the department. Health and well-being of our student is again a very, very important point in Southwest College. And the one thing that our courses really do engage with, as I say, is industry, to make sure that we are on top of all industry needs. Work placement is a part and parcel of our provision, and it's particularly within the area of beauty therapy. It's really, really important that you, as well as our realistic working environment in the salon, that you actually get out into industry and see what it's like in these various salons and spas that are available in our area. The one thing that is maybe different to normal school, the timetable isn't Monday to Friday 9 to 3:30, which sometimes whenever you get to this stage in your academic career, you sort of say, you know, I've had enough of that. So with us, the timetables are flexible. Now, whenever I say that, that doesn't mean that they're flexible every week, but they're flexible in their approach. So, for example, with our awards, we also would engage literacy, numeracy and ICT, and therefore that means that you have time outside of college to maybe concentrate in developing your skill set within your curriculum area. All right, so the next slide will really talk about student life and the pastoral support within Southwest College. So again, we have a whole brigade of people in Southwest College that will really support you as individuals, and that can be on a personal level, it can be on an academic level, and it also can be in really targeting you in the right progression paths. So we're there to support both the staff are here to support from curriculum, but also we have the student services support. There's extracurricular activities, which we'll talk a wee bit more about in the next slide. We also are part of competitions within World Skills. In each of our campuses, we have innovation centres, and they go into various things like helping us with marketing. It also with a 3D anatomy and physiology, basically innovation within our industry. So again, every one of our centres have those. We have staff who are currently still out in industry, and every member of staff within the hair and beauty department undergo 30-hour CPD within their specialist field. So they're constantly progressing all the time. So student life then, we've got our EMA, just like college or school, you have your EMA, you have progression routes right up to higher education. One of the exciting things Geraldine will be talking about later on is international placements. And also, I'm not sure if you've ever been into the college or you had the opportunity to go to the college, but you will see that our campuses are very, very modern, and we have, with the COVID-19, had to work with delivering online. But prior to this, South West College was really at the forefront of online delivery also. So student life then as well. You can see here we have had success in a number of student clubs and societies, but it doesn't end there. This is always evolving, and this is evolving with you in mind. So if you have an idea or a club that you would want to get involved in, all you need to do is, again, speak to the student services team, and they will try and work with you to try to establish a team. So it's a great way of getting to know people and a great ethos. So the next thing really that we need to worry about is well-being. Okay, that's so important to us at South West College. And the one thing that we have for every student is free counselling. And that can be face-to-face in college whenever we're back in college, or additionally there is online service available. So again, this here is a really important part of what we do in the college. So at no stage you have the student support and you have the academic support. So it's really important to know that that's available. Now I'm going to talk about a bit about the provision of beauty in South West College. So you can see there on the screen we have provision from level 1 to level 3. And I'm going to talk to you about level 1, and then I'm going to pass over to Geraldine. Geraldine will talk to you about level 2 and level 3. So level 1. All right, if we can move to the next slide, please. Okay, so you can see here clearly it's separated, and the slide separated into 3 main areas, and that's usually what the questions people ask. What will I study? How I'm assessed, and what else do I need to know? Okay, so the level 1 provision really is for someone who hasn't necessarily met our essential criteria of 6 points, or indeed isn't sure is it hair or beauty they want to do. So what you will study are basically getting to know what the hair and beauty industry is about, all about health and safety, working with others. Then you have your beauty with regards to a bit of skincare, makeup, the art of photographic makeup is also included, manicure and nail art, presenting a professional image in the salon, creating a hair and beauty image, and then you have the art of dressing hair and the art of colouring hair. The main difference with this mode of assessment is you can be assessed on your peers for this. So basically you will learn a skill and be assessed on that skill within your peer group. And you will have different assessment opportunities with regards to submitting assignments, but also there'll be a couple of online tests with that. So it's just basically a bit of everything. And it gets you an understanding of those 2 key areas, hairdressing and beauty, and whether or not sometimes people are more drawn to one than the other. So this is an ideal opportunity for anybody who is just unsure or doesn't meet the criteria of 6 points. The other thing then that I would stress to you is, as well as coming to the college full time to study hair and beauty at level 1, there would be also an opportunity, and you would be encouraged to go to your literacy, numeracy and ICT. So that's part and parcel of your timetable. So you would be enrolled onto the level 1 beauty therapy, but you would also basically attend literacy, numeracy and ICT class if you haven't got the C equivalent. So that will be the opportunity there for you. So I'm going to hand over now to Geraldine, and again, what I would say to you is, if you've got anything that questions, please keep answering or putting them in there, and we'll answer them as best we can. Thank you, Geraldine.
Thank you, Tanya. Hello, everybody. I'd also like to extend a very warm welcome to our webinar today. As Tanya said, my name is Geraldine Patterson and I coordinate the Level 3 programme. So you're all very welcome. I'm aware that there probably will be some existing students here, maybe our present Level 2 students that are coming on to maybe talk about Level 3. And then there may also be some new faces that maybe might not know much about the college or what we do in the beauty department. So hopefully we'll be able to answer all of your questions no matter where you're coming from. So I'm going to talk about the Level 2 first and then the Level 3, and then we'll talk about some of the interesting things that we do in sort of both of the courses, sort of extracurricular things that we offer as well. So we'll look at the Level 2 first. The Level 2 is your kind of starting point, and that's sort of the first stage of you becoming fully qualified as a beauty therapist. So once you complete your Level 2, you're basically a beautician. And once you complete your Level 3, then we call ourselves a full beauty therapist. So within the Level 2 diploma, again, it's the same format as what Tanya went through there. We look at things like health and safety. So we need to understand why health and safety is so important in the salon. So that's the starting point of health and safety. So we do a lot of that. We look at promotion of products. So how you sell to your clients and how clients get interested in the products that you use on them. We try to do referrals and the clients use home care. We look at salon reception duties. So you're actually on reception in our public salons, meeting and greeting the clients and talking them through the treatments, bringing them into the salon. So that's a very important job in the salon. Looking at your develop and maintain your effectiveness at work. So how effective are you as a team member in the salon? So they're what we call the core units, so they're quite small units, and then we get into the technical units, which are the ones that you actually do for your assessment and get assessed on them. So the first one is facial skincare, so I'm sure you've all heard of facials. So we apply facials, and it's quite a big unit. We learn all about the skin, different types of skin that people have and treatments that we can give them. Then we do lash and brow treatments, so very popular at the minute, eyelash tinting, eyebrow tinting, all of that. Waxing is all of your waxing on different areas. Makeup, we look at day makeup, evening makeup, and special occasion makeup. So it's sort of the starting route to makeup. It's not advanced, but it gets you on the path to makeup if that's what you're interested in. And then we also look at manicure and pedicure, so care of the hands and care of the feet. So it's quite a lot of study. It's 10 units in total. As I said, 4 of them are core and then 6 of them are your technical. You're assessed basically, as Tanya said, very similar to Level 1 as well, online multiple choice exams. So you will get all of your theory taught in class and then you do your theory on an online platform. It's normally at the end of each unit whenever you've learnt all of your theory, and it sort of covers everything that we've gone through. The assessments themselves, I think it's important to say that, you know, you train on each other, so that's fine, we can work on each other, but when it comes to the assessment itself, we need to have a client coming in. So we have quite busy working salons, and normally it's not a problem to get clients to do your assessments on, or you can promote the salon to your own friends and family and they can come in and have assessments done too. So it's normally not a problem to get clients in our area because everybody likes to have these pampering treatments done. You also need to know with the Level 2 as well that what you sort of need to get into the college. So as a full-time student, you'll require a minimum of 6 points at GCSE. So that basically equates to 3 grade Ds. So this criterion may increase subject to demand. So obviously if we had a lot of demand for places, then that's whenever we could sort of maybe increase the criteria. If you don't have a literacy, numeracy or ICT, you'll also be expected then to attend a class and get those 3 core things alongside your Level 2. So it's important to know that. Level 2 runs over a year, but it's really only about 2.5 days a week. So you can work outside of that, you can do other things. So it's not as if you're in class Monday to Friday. So you do have extra time. You'll have your 2.5 days plus your essential skills. So it's not an awful lot of time. So there's great scope there for maybe even trying to find yourself a placement which is a great way of advancing your skills as well. So once you've that year complete and you get your full level 3 or level 2 diploma, you can then move on to the next stage, which is the level 3. Now, once you're completely qualified in the level 3, then you call yourself a beauty therapist. So you've got your complete qualification there. So really, when you enroll on level 2, we like to see you straight through into level 3 and then indeed further into level 4, level 5 qualifications. We can go that far in the college in beauty. So we like to see you there for a while, basically, not just in for a year and then out again. So think of that as well. When it comes to the level 3, then the format of it is very similar to the level 2 in that we practice on each other, we study a lot of theory, and then when it comes to assessment, it's clients that we need then to get assessed on. So what do you study in level 3? We have to go back to health and safety because it's obviously the core of everything in our industry. So we go and do some advanced health and safety. We go back to promotional activities. So we organise a promotional activity within the salon. We get a group in. We've done things in the past, like we've had maybe Sure Start groups in. We've had mothers that have just had babies. So we've promoted some activities and therapies that they would be interested in. And we run a full day basically in the salon for those people. And we pick like a charity that we're interested in, and we donate whatever we make that day to the charity. So that normally is a really interesting and a fun day. Then the technical units we study are body massage. So we do the full body massage techniques. We do pre-blended aromatherapy massage. So once you learn your body massage, then we take some aromatherapy oils and incorporate them into the treatment. We do Indian head massage, which if you come from a hairdressing background, you might have heard of, or you might even already have studied. We do stone therapy. We go back into facial treatments, but this time we use facial electrical machines. So the treatments on the face are a lot more advanced than what you would have done in level 2. And then there's quite a big element of anatomy and physiology. So that's the science bit. And I'm nearly afraid to mention it because some students love it and other students absolutely hate it. But it's a big part of level 3, and we do try and keep it very relevant to what you're studying and try and make it as fun as you can make anatomy and physiology. But remember, you are studying the full anatomy and physiology of the body, almost like to the same stage as what a nurse would train. So it is quite a lot of theory work to get through. But as I say, you know, even students in the past that haven't liked science have actually sometimes come out and said, you know what, it was better than at school because it was relatable to what it was doing. So don't let that put you off. That's the only thing I would say. How are you assessed? Same thing. All of the practical programs run exactly the same. So once you've come through the level 2 stage, you really are very okay with what happens and you're not just as nervous about it. You know, it's a training period. You know, you do your assessments, you know, you do your exams online. Your portfolio is exactly the same as level 2. So it's kind of easier in level 3 and you know what you're at and just get on with it. Again, it's a 1-year course, but again, only the 2.5 days a week. So plenty of time to stay in your placement, or if you've got a job already, to keep that on because it really does progress and advance your skills if you've got a placement in beauty. So we try and help you with that in level 3 as well. And then, as I said before, we don't want to let you go at that stage. We want you to stay on and do our level 4 and level 5 qualifications, which again are going to take you into sort of more of management. So a lot of students stay on then and finish their level 5, and that's a very, very high qualification to come out with then in beauty. So you can do it all at home. You don't have to go and advance up the levels. You don't have to go anywhere else to do that. We can offer that as well. So just remember, if you are coming into level 3, you do need your full level 2 beauty therapy diploma. And if you've been in level 2 before, you probably have done key skills of some stage. So you've done literacy, you've probably done numeracy, maybe ICT, but it depends what level you've done. So maybe if you've just done level 1, we would want you to progress to level 2. So, you know, very often in level 3, you carry on with your key skills as well. So that's just something to be mindful of. Okay, moving on then, Tiernan, please. So a wee bit about student life. Again, if you're a level 2 student listening in, well, you kind of know the score, you know us, you know student life, and you know we're very sort of adaptable and approachable, and we're all kind of a wee team in there. So it's been very different this past few weeks, but I would just like to say if there are any level 2s listening in, credit to you because you have really stuck with us and you've embraced the online experience, and well done. So that was something we didn't know how it would go, but we're immensely proud of how you've handled that. So life as a beauty student then, choosing the right college isn't just about the course or the expertise of the tutors. And us dolls have been around for a while, so we do have a lot of expertise in the field, which is a good thing for you. As a part of student life at South West College, we can give you the best experiences available, including real salon experience, both inside and outside of college. So as I mentioned before, we do have an internal work-in salon that clients come in and out, so you've got that. And also we try and help you to link to someone in industry as well, that you can have a placement with them whilst you're doing your level 3. We've got very close links with industry experts, and we frequently invite them to share their pathway to success with you. So very often in the introduction to these programs, we'll bring in even past students who have once been at your stage and are now maybe in business, maybe some of them 10 years in business, and are doing very well in their industry. So it's quite nice to hear from them and how they progressed through their qualifications. We also pride ourselves on our pastoral care and our holistic approach to well-being, meaning that your life as a student is both practically fulfilling and nurturing, and it gives you a very confident start to your career. So I quite confidently could say that you could speak to any former student that we've had on the campus, and I think they'd be able to tell you that we're approachable, and you know, there's really nothing that we can't help you with. So once you get in, we're all sort of under the one roof, we're all one wee team, and we all just like to sort of get on with it and help everybody out as much as we can. So you should feel very, very comfortable in whatever qualification you're doing. Once you finish the level 3 then, and believe you me, although we're saying it's a year, it's not a year when you take out all of your holidays. It absolutely flies in. So you've got different options then. Obviously, you can go on and study and do your level 4 and level 5. But if that wasn't the route you wanted to take with your level 3, you can become a senior beauty therapist in any salon. You can become a salon trainer. You can distribute products. Maybe you might want to go and work for a makeup house or a skincare house and distribute their own products. You might want to go to the cruise ships and work on the cruise liners. Again, we have them come in every year and tell you what it takes to work on the cruise ship. A very interesting life. Spa therapist, you might just want to do reception. Maybe that's something that you're interested in. You just want to be a receptionist. Or you might want to go on and do teacher training, which again is something you can do whenever you have your advanced qualifications in level 4 and level 5. So the sky's the limit really once you get to the end of level 3, and people do branch off and do different things. Another thing, and again, Tanya mentioned it there, is our international links. So we do pride ourselves in the fact that we've established a really good portfolio with other countries that we've visited for our students to do placement in. So we've been in the past, we've been to Iceland, we've been to Spain, we've been to Tenerife. We had plans to link with Malta this year, but obviously that has been put on hold for the minute. But we do really hope that all of those plans will still be able to come through in the future, and we hope to be able to travel again, because it's been a part of our training that the students have absolutely loved, and both the staff and students get so much from it. So we'll be providing you with all of the details of how the students got on there. I think we may have some photographs maybe of some of the experiences on the next slide. Yeah, there we go. So it's just a wee overview, a wee slide of some of the things that we sort of do outside of the theory work and the training work. Top left-hand side would have been a former level 3 group that we had, and that was the presentation of the check. So they had their promotional day, and we presented the check to the charity of their choice. So that's what that one is. Down below, it was a fashion and photographic event that Enniskillen ran. So as you can see, quite creative. So you can take your makeup qualifications and advance in them if that's the route that you're interested in. The one down below that was, I think from memory, Paddy McGurgan, which I'm sure you all have heard of up in Belfast. Paddy came down and done a presentation to the students, which was excellent. One in the centre there is our level 2 students learning about Keso skincare therapy. So again, we bring the trainers in to the college and they tell you all about the product, and then you're ready to use it then on each other and clients. Top right hand side was the view out of the window in the north of Spain, a place called Oviedo, which we've been to many times with students and placed them in salons and spas there. So that's just one of the students having a look out on the train track. She pulled the short straw because she was at the back of the hotel, so they could hear the train. The view from the front was maybe nicer. But again, lots of fun stories, lots of great things to tell you about international work. And again, we get past students back to tell you what they thought of that. And then the bottom pictures are just pictures of end of term, student of the year and things like that. So we do recognise that all students are worthy of this award, but unfortunately we can only award it to one at the end of every year. And that's what those photographs are. So life in beauty is fun. It is work. There's no point in saying that you don't have to work. You do, but you know, it's a fun environment. If you are passionate about beauty, you'll see that all of your tutors are on the same wavelength, and we all just stay in that wee passionate bubble together, and it's a good career to go into. So I couldn't promote it highly enough, and I've been in it for quite a while, believe you me. So I'll pass you back now to Tanya, and Tanya is going to take you to the next step.
Okay, I agree totally with everything Geraldine said. It's definitely a very rewarding career, and like Geraldine, I've been around for quite a while, and I really am passionate about ensuring that all our students are really encouraged and motivated to follow their dreams. So today what we've covered is the course information, life as a student in the beauty therapy department. And the one thing I will say is if you haven't already applied, apply, and I'll show you that in the next slide. But if you are unsure and you really don't know what it is you want to do, that's okay too. On that slide there, I've given you the career service in the college. Claire O'Neill is in Dungannon, Nicola is in Enniskillen, and Teresa in Omagh. So again, those people are available for you to either email, and you can arrange a meeting and just talk through the prospectus. Maybe you don't have a really clue what you want to do, and that's okay too. But those members of staff are there to help you get to the next step. Okay, so with regards to then the 20th of August, which is the results day, we need you to engage on this day to be considered for the places on our course. You need to have a copy of all your GCSEs or qualifications. So say, for example, you've been in the college and maybe you've gained essential skills. You need to have a copy of all those certificates, because on the slides that Geraldine spoke about earlier on, if we've more people than places, we have to select our students, and we have to ensure that we have as accurate data about you as possible. So we need to make sure that you have all those copies available. Placement then is something that we've had a few questions about, and obviously our industries at the minute it's a waiting game to get the information to open after COVID. But whenever the placements do open again, we will expect level 3 students to be placed. And really that would be something that you would need to be organising. The one thing that I will say is a general comment that comes, we have had a few questions, but really about uniform and kit tends to be one of the main things that are discussed, and that information will be given to you on the 20th of August. And the college will be in contact with you with regards to the next stage of the process. But the next slide is going to show you where to apply. So if I could just see the next slide, please. Okay, so if you haven't applied already, it's www.swc.ac.uk and hit apply. And then you really just have to set up a profile, and please make sure the email you use is your own personal email and it's not associated with your school, because sometimes students have problems accessing that. So make sure it's your own personal email, because this is how, as a college, we will communicate with you directly. So don't forget that it has to be your own personal account. So I'm going to wait a wee second. We have a few minutes for any questions. There doesn't seem to be any. So again, it's very, very hard in a situation sometimes to think of questions, but if you do have a question, that's okay. I've just on the slide there, we've highlighted all the campuses and all the different contacts for you, and you can replay this webinar back whenever on our YouTube channel whenever we've finished. So if you have any queries at all, no matter how big or small, the staff will get back to you. And again, I'm available as well. My email is tanya.purvis, tanya.purvis, purvis, @swc.ac.uk. I just want to thank you all for tuning in. And again, I wish you well in your careers and your next step. And remember that Southwest College is here to help you to create your dream happen. Okay, thank you.